Foothill Transit, San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership, Pasadena Federal Credit Union, EH Financial, Ganal Lumber, Siren Arts Productions. Thank you for your support.
We love our sponsors like Foothill Transit. Visit them online at foothilltransit.org. Sponsor us and we'll promote you on the show too. Email info@crowncitynews.com to learn more. Now for the morning buzz. It looks like President Trump is up against another obstacle with a judge who's trying to block
Ninth Circuit, judging in San Francisco.
Not liking him, I guess.
Not liking him. And that's precipitated discussion about maybe breaking up the Ninth Circuit, which is not the first time. But yeah, on the sanctuary cities issue.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking a little bit about sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
And who's our guest today?
Well, we have Daryl McCance, who's going to talk to us about this issue of President Trump's relationship with the courts and specifically regarding this new issue of funding.
What's interesting is most Californians are against sanctuary cities. At the same time, everybody's very, very sensitive to the immigration issue in California. We all know great people who've immigrated here from all over the world, and it's it's a really complicated issue. And as far as the courts entering into it from a political standpoint doesn't benefit anybody.
Well, we actually have legislation and formulation to create California as a sanctuary state, not just these little cities that
Correct.
We're growing too.
Yeah, and it's a $5 billion question. That's what the cost has been previously. And again, most Californians are against it. So it's really complicated. And we have to be, very sensitive to all of those underlying issues. The organization I'm a part of, we have Democrats, Independents, and Republicans are a part of our organization.
And you just had a big celebration, what, on Mount Baldy? Or?
Yeah, Mount Baldy, we had there was a celebration of the 100 days, and this is one of the big issues, and it's going to work itself through. We went through this with Ronald Reagan, and at the end of the day, we had a lot of winners, and it worked itself out very nicely.
And seems like the issue really with sanctuary cities is that up till recently there has not been a succinct definition of what a sanctuary city is, and isn't that a lot of the problem? What that was really what the court was reacting to.
It's a big problem, and the people who are really paying the price are law enforcement. Local law enforcement is dealing with a lot of stress because there are laws on the books. And when we start picking and choosing what laws we honor and which ones we don't, nothing good comes out of it.
And interestingly, this dovetails on the 25th anniversary of Rodney King.
Correct.
And the riots in Los Angeles.
So what is your take on the federal government imposing on local police departments an additional burden of really being an extension of the federal government?
Well, the agencies all work together every day on any number of issues. Databases, all the inner agencies are working together all the time. So this is business as usual. This is just one issue that's been politicized, and it's very divisive, and nothing good comes out of that. When we have a bunch of winners, when we have people who have immigrated here that say, you know what, I was treated very fairly, and because at the end of the day, we are a host, and as people come into the country, we want to be a good host, and we want to make sure we're treating everybody fairly. And we have other people that, just became legal citizens, and it took them 7 years to get here. And they feel really neglected because our priority are people here who did not follow the procedures and fill out the proper paperwork and so forth. So it's a complicated issue, and President Trump's mentor is Ronald Wilson Reagan. And Reagan figured it out, and we had a lot of wonderful outcomes with regard to it, but it's very complex.
It is complex.
Mr. McCance, how do people get a hold of the organization that you're part of?
It's California for MAGA, CA4, the number 4, MAGA, MAGA.org, CaliforniaForMAGA.org.
Complex issue, you're correct.
Absolutely, not going away fast, that's for sure.
Coming up, we continue our discussion on abortion.
Absolutely. Director of the Abolitionist Society of Los Angeles, Arnold Daviton, joins us to talk about this issue next.